but they go cuckoo. Something
Actually,
happens to them.
Your DOJ IG just reported this year that there was thorough vetting by DHS and by the FBI of these Afghans who were brought into the U.S. So why do you blame the Biden administration?
Because they let them in. Are you stupid? Are you a stupid person? Because they came on a plane along with thousands of other people that shouldn't be here, and you're just asking questions because you're a stupid person. And there's a law passed that it's almost impossible not to get them out. You can't get them out once they come in. And they came in, and they were unvetted. They were.
Think that Mrs. Murphy should have to take into her home a lodger whom she does not want, regardless of her reason, or would you accept a change in the Civil Rights Bill to accept small boarding houses like Mrs. Murphy?
The question would be, it seems to me, Miss Gregg, whether Mrs. Murphy had a substantial impact on interstate commerce.
You win in November. Can you commit to prioritizing legislation to make childcare affordable? And if what specific piece of legislation will you advance?
Well, I would do that, and we're sitting down. You know, I was somebody, we had Senator Marco Rubio, and my daughter Ivanka was so impactful on that issue. It's a very important issue. But I think when you talk about the kind of numbers that I'm talking about, that, because look, childcare is childcare. There's something, you have to have it. In this country, you have to have it. But when you talk about those numbers compared to the kind of numbers that I'm talking about by taxing foreign nations at levels that they're not used to, but they'll get used to it very quickly. And it's not going to stop them from doing business with us, but they'll have a very substantial tax when they send product into our country. Those numbers are so much bigger than any numbers that we're talking about, including childcare, that it's going to take care. We're going to have, I look forward to having no deficits with.
It's been suggested that we cut school lunches, that we cut aid to dependent children. I want to see these in more detail. I think we've been generalized enough. Are you going to cut these kind of programs, which are essential to a better life for our people? Are we going to make a determination that we're going to be permanently second best in space? Because if you cut the space program substantially, that's what you're writing into law. And I thought the United States had made a commitment that we were not going to be second permanently. And we're not going to be second in the field of national security. The fact of the matter is that Congress last year appropriated $500 million more than we had requested for national security. Now they're talking about cutting it $3 or $5 billion. I don't think that the struggle is over, so I would be opposed to those kind of cuts. And my judgment is that we set up a hard budget. The fact of the matter is that the non-defense, non-space expenditures were held, even though in the previous years, for the last 10 years or so, they increased by nearly 7%. I think we made a hard budget. Now, you may be able to cut some of it, but I think that I want to know where they're going to cut it and whose life is going to be adversely affected by those cuts.